Nick, should I get more conservative as I get closer to retirement? This is a common question. And I just go back and I say, please define conservative. So, yes, it's true. You need to adjust your plan before retirement. There's no question about it. And we're not cavalier with this. In fact, we take risk management very seriously. But like I've said on the show time and time again, you cannot start from a risk based perspective. You cannot start with risk being your main issue that you're concerned about. You need to start with your goals, with your financial plan being your main concern. And so when we start out and we bring in a new a prospect to do a meeting and they're asking us questions, we're asking them questions about their financial plan. We never, ever, ever start out with, what are you thinking about risk, or how do you feel about the markets? We've studied this now, and there's been plenty of studies done on this where when the market's way up like it is now and the S&P is trading at 6,100 points and NVIDIA's at all-time highs, and you ask people about risk, they say, oh, I love risk. Nick, give me more NVIDIA, put everything in Bitcoin, get me Dogecoin, get me meme stocks like we had a few years ago, pot stocks, solar companies, whatever the hot new thing is. And I don't need any risk management. Nick, I can't believe you have money in treasuries in my portfolio. That's so stupid. You're losing me money on those treasuries. I say, that's not the right move. Absolutely not the right move, especially if you're going to retire, because all you're doing is looking back at the past 6 months. And then on the other side of it, the market's down. We're in COVID. Market's down 30% in 3 weeks, or you're in '08 and '09. Market's down 60% in a few months. And you're saying, Nick, you know how I feel about risk right now? I hate it. I don't want anything to do with risk. I don't want to be in stocks. I just want to be in a bunker in my backyard. Give me some canned food and some gold bars, and I'm never, ever getting back into the stock market again. And that's the exact opposite thing that you should be doing when the market's down 60%. What should you be doing when the market's down? Buying more. And so the reality is if you start from that goals-based perspective, you may not end up where you think you are, because the biggest risk to retirees, as Nick Murray has pointed out time and time again, is not stock market volatility. Risk is not the same as the stock market going up and down. Risk is rather defined as the chance of running out of money during your lifetime because of inflation. So just be careful with how you define your risk. And we are in an environment today where I think inflation is going to be higher for longer. I think, yes, we're going to have great policies for the most part coming out of the White House here, but some of them are inflationary. There's no question about it. Be careful what you're invested in. You got to be able to beat inflation. The only place, and this isn't just Nick Stenger saying this is Dr. Siegel, Stocks for the Long Run, 200 years of market history, has said that the best asset class to beat inflation is equities.